Hey everyone, it's Zach Wright from iMEO Company, improving management, employees, and organizations. Today, it's going to be a little bit of a different video, and it's for a very specific and important reason. So this video is not going to teach you how to do something or how to improve your business or your career or anything like that, but it's a look behind the scenes of what's been going on in my life and why this video is even being created instead of your typical educational tutorial update on business and leadership and things of that nature. Well, I want to first start with saying that February, in February of this year, 2023, the company that I was working for, the enterprise video company Kumu, was acquired by a company called Eng House, ENG House. And as a part of that, my position became redundant. And so mid-February was my last day working at that company. And during that transition, I was able to exercise my stock and I got some severance pay from there. So I've been okay through the transition, but something else happened during that time because I was working or speaking with a tech startup based out of Washington, D.C., where I was supposed to become the vice president of operations for their tech startup. What happened was the CEO decided that he wanted to actually step back from the company to focus on his family. And I kind of briefly touched on that. No hard feelings. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit upset about the decision, but that leads me to this important update that we're going to be doing with this channel. Not only this channel, but with iMEO and with a company that I'm starting to build. So first and foremost, iMEO, improving management, employees, and organizations, the company that you know this channel for, will be going away. But I still want to be able to supply you and anybody else watching and future subscribers with the types of things that they need to improve their business and specifically build a remote operating system. Now, that leads me into the decisions that I've been making recently. So to set the scene a little bit, over the past year and a half, I've been brainstorming a concept of a software that I want to build. And now it's more than a concept, but I'll get to that point in a second. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because over that past year and a half, I've been jotting down on legal pads. I've been typing up some notes, building out the software requirements documents, and then I've been researching certain development teams that I could work with to help me bring my vision to reality. And so mid-February, the company was acquired. I was let go. The VP of operations fell through at the beginning of March. But during that whole time, and even before the acquisition last year, I spoke to a company called DTECH Systems. They're based out of London with workers in Pakistan. And so for the year, I've been working with the CEO, who is an amazing guy. The company is amazing. And I chose to start working with them in mid-March. So in mid-March, what I started to do was put my idea and concept to the test. And so from March to now, right now during the recording, it's April 30th. So from March to now, we've been able to finalize the project conceptualization, the statement of work, the features that we're going to use for our minimum viable product. And now we're in phase 2, where we're building out the user interface and user experience. Now, I say all that to circle back to saying iMEO company is going to go away. And this is not a transition from iMEO becoming this software company. No, we're eliminating iMEO. We're eliminating any clients that we're working with. And the main reason is because we want to focus on this software, right? What we've been trying to do with iMEO through coaching and consulting doesn't reach the scale of what we're trying to produce. And whenever I say we, it's honestly me. especially for iMEO as a solopreneur. With the company that I'm building now, I have a team that I just mentioned, the offshore team. I have a founding advisor who I've talked about before on this channel. But so I say all that to say that over time, in the next month or 2 or 3, we don't know exactly when we're going to start transitioning iMEO, the specific YouTube channel iMEO, to the new company name, to the new branding, and focusing on those topics. But what I can tell you is that our software will provide a virtual office platform to the remote workforce. And so that's something that we're very passionate about. One, because we think that the way of working has changed. We've seen it, and we don't necessarily like the way that some people are handling this, as far as certain CEOs requiring employees going back into the office when the last 3 years have proven that they've been able to work remotely. And we know that remote workers are actually happy, and happier workers can roughly say that 20% they're 20% more productive than unhappy workers. So we want to drive the narrative and the disruption and the revolutionization of this change of work through our platform, through our software. It's going to be a software as a service, so SaaS. Everybody does that, but that's what it's going to be. And we'll go more into detail. So what can you expect from this channel moving forward? In many cases, it's going to be similar. It's going to be similar in topic because we're focusing on how to make the workplace better, but we're also going to be talking about the remote workforce. We're going to be talking about the changing of work and why we think that the office is no longer relevant for knowledge workers, right? We've seen that people were scared of the cloud. We got more secure on it. We've seen through the pandemic that the cloud allowed people to work from home, right? And if there was any data issues, we've been able to work around that. And as we build our software, we're continuously thinking about that. So as far as the content for this, you'll still have those educational videos, those tutorials on certain things, but we are going to be talking more about the importance of intranets, communication and collaboration in a remote environment, your performance management, what's included in your performance management, what types of what should your software have, also the ability to connect through an internal social network while working remotely. So we'll be talking about those topics, with some of them are very much aligned. One of our highest viewed videos is our intranet video with Google Sites. We're creating something a lot better, so stay tuned. Not just an intranet, there's more to it. It's the entire virtual office platform, but like I said, I'll dig into that later. The other things that you can expect now with this change and shift is that we're going to be focusing on giving you some insights behind the scenes on building this company. Now, we are building it in stealth, so we might have a backlog, and then eventually, whenever we launch, we'll send those videos out. But I think it's cool, at least for me, to share some of the things that I'm working on while building this company, because there's a lot of videos out there, and some might have even done this before, but I want to help other people out whenever they're thinking about starting a software company, especially as a non-technical founder. Now, I know certain code, but I am by no means an expert. I'm more in business, sales, marketing, customer success, all those types of things, right? That's where I flourish in. So the navigation of building a software company while not being full on technical, where I can get in a room and code for hours, right? I think that that's going to be a unique perspective. So if you're still interested in following this channel, I hope that you do. If this is your first video that you're watching from us, go check out some of the previous videos. And if you like those, like the videos, but also subscribe to us so you can get updates for this new journey that we're talking about. But as a quick recap, iMEO will eventually go away and the new company will take its place. We'll be focused on certain things that I mentioned before: remote work, making the workplace better, making it more inclusive, why remote work is better for everybody. As a knowledge worker, we understand that not all companies can be remote, but they all can be flexible and collaborative and even more fun, right? So just stay tuned to that. If you are interested in following the journey, then subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next videos.